right, are you ready?
Debatable.
Yeah, I feel that. Gotta get back in the swing of things here.
Yeah.
And welcome back to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin. With me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
How's it going, Dara?
Good.
Yeah. Feeling good? Feeling. Are we hype?
We're
hyped.
Feeling
the hype?
Listen, we just watched a couple normal episodes.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Right. Nothing bad happened.
No.
Not at all.
No.
It was fine.
No.
It was great.
No.
What?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
Well,
I guess it depends on whose side you're on. Right. Because for some people, I'm sure the events in this episode were great. For others, not so much. We are here today to talk about, we are at the very end of Gravity Falls. How did we get here so fast?
I mean, it's been
like a year.
It's been like a year.
But it still feels like it's been it just flew by. We're going to talk about Season 2, Episode 17, Dipper and Mabel versus the Future, and Season 2, Episode 18,
Weirdmageddon.
Part 1.
This is 3 parts.
Yeah, it's kind of 4 parts, really, but it's listed as 3
It's
parts.
it's like prelude. Prelude?
I'm sure. You can say
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, and then 3 parts.
Yes.
Or it's like The Hobbit and then Lord of the Rings.
So, not in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
But let's get started with Dipper Mabel versus the Future. How did you feel about this episode?
It was
Dara?
a bit too real.
It was a bit too real. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Sometimes, because it's an episode about growing up and figuring out what you're going to do next and how the future is going to be. And sometimes those plots are a little real sometimes.
Yeah.
But we should probably dive right into that and start getting on a synopsis. So this episode starts off, as always, we're in the Mystery Shack. It starts off in a morning where Mabel is waking Dipper up with, she has like googly eyes on her chin.
Morning, Dipper, guess who? Oh, what joy, if it isn't Mr. Upside Downington. How long's it been? 3rd grade, maybe?
That's right, and I'm here to deliver you an Upside Downington-tastic message!
Is it the message that we're getting too old for this sort of thing?
Kinda, actually. It's that we are exactly 1 week away from our 13th birthday!
And a character is called Mr. Upside Downington, a character who apparently Dipper has not seen since the 3rd grade. So it's a real flashback to their childhood.
So 3 years ago?
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're going into the 8th grade.
Right, because I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, is it the 8th grade? Yeah, because I was 12 when I was in 6th grade, and then I went 7th grade, I was 13. Because that's how that worked for me.
I think I turned 13 while I was in the 8th grade.
Okay.
So yeah, they're going into the 8th grade, which checks out. Some of the math in this show doesn't check out sometimes. But this math checks out, so we're good. And Mabel is reminding Dipper that their 13th birthday is 1 week away, and their birthday is listed as August 31st. So it's the last day of summer.
Even though technically not.
The last day of summer, really before school starts. So it's like the kids' summer.
Well, technically that's like Labor Day.
Well, it depends. Now in high school, did you start before Labor Day or after Labor Day?
Oh, I started the day after Labor Day.
Oh, we started the week before Labor Day.
Oh, well, sorry.
So
technically the end of summer for me was Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I guess it depends. It depends on the school district.
Yeah, that's true. Also, and then college is a whole different thing.
Then college is, who knows what college is. Time doesn't exist when you're in college. You just kind of go in and then you come out.
Well, no, now time doesn't exist.
Oh, true. Time exists even less. It's amazing. The older you get, the less time makes sense.
Oh, I was making a Gravity Falls reference considering the next episode.
Absolutely. You know what? You are so right.
Thank you.
No,
we're good.
But yeah, so we start off this episode with kind of talks about the future. Grunkle Stan starts talking about he's going through some things. He's gonna get his old man ponytail in the mail.
The only good news coming up. In 1 week, my senior citizen ponytail kit is coming in the mail.
Question mark?
I'm kind of going through some things.
In 1 week, my grandma is finally letting me eat crackers on my bed. The future is coming for us all, dudes.
But he has hair.
Yeah, but he's gonna get a little extra ponytail.
No, I'm saying, like, why doesn't he just grow his hair out long enough so he can have a ponytail?
It takes too much time. He's old. He doesn't have that much time.
Isn't he, like, in his... Whatever.
He's in his 60s. But anyway. And then, yeah, Seuss is also... He's excited that he can, he can finally eat chips on the bed.
Can do that before?
Yeah, he's a grown man. The goal of Mabel in this episode is she wants to start planning their big birthday party because they're going to be 13.
Yeah.
It's a big number. They're officially going to be teenagers. Life is happening.
And party planners! In 1 week, we become teenagers and our summer vacation winds to an end, so we need to throw the greatest party of all time! I'm talking piñatas with tinier piñatas inside!
Boom! Dreams coming true!
I'm talking inviting everyone in town. Let's see, where do we stand with the gnomes?
Oh, man.
Question.
Yes.
Are their parents coming?
I don't think so.
I think it was... Well, they also said that was, like, the last day they were going to be there.
Yeah, it is the last day they're going to be in Gravity Falls. Is their birthday.
Yeah. That's like, why wouldn't you want your parents to be there for your birthday if, like, they can be?
Because I think maybe they're just enjoying the freedom they have from their parents in this summer. So I guess maybe that's their idea of a good birthday.
I guess I was thinking, like, why don't the parents, like, come up for their birthday and then they leave with their parents because they were going to go home anyway.
Maybe their parents are busy.
Mm-hmm. Also, do they have friends back in California?
Probably. Maybe. Possibly. We can only hope. But also, who knows? But they are not allowed to throw a party at the Mystery Shack because the last time they did, there was like kind of a zombie uprising.
Which fair.
And there's still like, just pieces of the undead just hanging around. So Seuss recommends that they go to the Gravity Falls High School gym because during the summer, the high school's empty. So maybe the gym would be a good place to have that. Mm-hmm. So they're going to head out, but Ford calls Dipper over. First, using an excuse that his face is on fire.
The high school!
What happened?
Dipper, my face is on fire!
I'll just be a sec.
What happened?
Great Uncle Ford, are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I just said that to make sure you'd come in here quickly.
But your face is on fire.
Yes, it's much faster than shaving. Now, listen, Dipper.
Debatable?
I have a very important mission, and you are the only one who can help me.
Apparently, because it's quicker than shaving.
I mean, accurate?
I mean, probably, but then it like smells like burnt hair, and that's like really gross.
Oh, I know.
Ugh.
I've burnt my hair before.
Maybe don't do that. But Ford says he has everything under control. But he has something. That's just the way he was trying to get his attention. Ford is interesting.
Well,
Ford is an interesting
I'm
character
questioning
study.
Ford.
Yeah.
Like with my feelings on him.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I know we still have like 2 more parts left, but like I thought that they're like I have so many questions.
Yeah, well, let's take all the evidence from this episode and we'll kind of review that at the end here.
Yeah.
Once we finish up this episode, because I got some thoughts on Ford too.
Yeah.
The urgent matter that Ford wants to talk about is the interdimensional rift is still cracking. So they have to find a way to seal it up so it's safe. My idea was just to put it in a bigger box, but apparently nobody wanted to listen to me, and it's fine.
I don't know if a bigger box would have helped. Just like you need a bigger box that like
I'll put that rift in a box, then I'll put that box in another box.
Then
I'll put that box in another box, and then I'll ship that box to myself, and when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer.
What is that from?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's a cinematic masterpiece. So the issue is if this rift continues to crack and Bill is able to get his hands on it, cracks it, it's going to start off this event that unravels reality. It's this big catastrophe that will be called Weird Mageddon.
Remember the rift in dimensional space-time I showed you? It's cracking.
Yikes.
This is what Bill has been waiting for. If it breaks, it would cause reality as we know it to completely unravel.
In a bigger
A
box.
hypothetical and catastrophic
plastic
event I
box.
call Weird Mageddon.
Weird Mageddon? What does that mean?
Bill is out there, and he'd use any trick, from deception to outright possession, to make this happen. But
It's fine.
Hang on to that word.
It's
Because we
fine.
might be hearing it again later.
Like 3 more times.
Like a couple more times. So Dipper is kind of hesitant at first, but Mabel says that, you know, Dipper can go on his big, important adventure quest.
Yeah.
And she'll just take care of the birthday party planning stuff. Because, like, yeah, it's fine. Like, Dipper
Right.
has his fun Ford stuff. Mabel has her fun party stuff. And, like, they respect each
And
other.
she's more of a party planner anyway.
Yeah.
And, like, they still love each other and nothing bad's gonna happen.
They have their walkie-talkies so
Yeah.
they can communicate to each
Yeah.
other. But, yeah, they don't have to necessarily be together for them to, you know, be together. And
What,
that's what's great.
what could go wrong?
What could possibly go
For the sake of humanity, we mustn't let it.
What do we do?
We patch the rift. I'll explain on the way.
Oh, wait. What about Mabel?
It's okay, Dipper. You should totally go with Grunkle Ford to save the world or whatever.
Are you sure?
We're gonna be doing birthday junk all week. Plus, I packed us walkie-talkies.
Yay.
Here's one for my party mission and one for your smarty mission.
I did mention that the fate of the universe is at stake, didn't I? Hurry! We haven't much time.
wrong.
Everything.
Just so many things. So Dipper and Ford then embark on a quest. And in the meantime, Mabel and Zeus are going to head towards the high school where they thought it was going to be empty, but just kidding. It's not, because it is school registration.
I don't remember
Class
ever going to, like,
registration.
my high school for class registration.
No, yeah, I think this is the old school way of doing it.
Yeah, usually, like, for I'm trying to think. You actually did that, like, a couple months, like, before the next grade ended.
Right, you did it, like, towards the end of the school year, like,
Did it
sometime in
with-
the fourth quarter.
And, like, literally, you just filled out a form and then gave it to...
Yeah, and then the guidance counselors figured it out for you. You're like,
Yeah.
I want this class, and if I can't get this class, give me this class, but mostly, please give me this class. And usually it worked out.
yeah, for the most part, you got what you wanted.
Right, which is, and it always worked out for me, because I always opted to take more classes, because that was the kind of person I was. You know how, like, senior year, you, like, got all your requirements out of the way, so you could just have, like, a bunch of study halls and stuff. I decided to take every class that I could.
I don't have that. I thought they take all, like, the required stuff.
Yeah, but as far as, like, you just did your math, and, like, history and English, but then you had, like, you could do basically whatever.
Well, my thing was,
else.
like, you had to choose, like, certain
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I think, like, with your English and, like, history, you had one semester of, like, it had to be a specific thing, and then the next semester could be whatever you wanted, which was, like, I was a dork for English, because the one you had to take was British literature, and then the one I chose was advanced British literature.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I still remember my favorite thing was, I forget, like, what day it was, but, because my school had, like, a weird system, but, for first period, I'd had study hall.
Nice. It was always first period band for us. Always.
Congratulations.
Band was that was a fun time. Wait, did you do semesters? Like,
We technically did marking periods.
yeah.
So it's like 4 quarters, but
right. Yeah. That's what
you
we did.
basically so basically you took like the required thing for 2 marking periods, and then you did what you wanted for the next 2.
Does that mean you didn't have math for a full year?
No, I did.
I was gonna say, because I was like, because some people like will only have to take math for like half the year, and I'm like, God, I wish that was me, because I hated math. I was bad at math.
I like algebra.
I feel like, but no, I was really good at math senior year, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe just math wasn't explained to me in a way that I could understand.
I like equations a lot for me, like doing them, because it's like a step-by-step process. Like algebra, and I like chemistry because there's like equations.
Right.
So like if you know the formula, it's fun because you put the number in. We're cool.
We're nerds. So it's registration day, and they're doing it the old school way, where you have to like line up and then like figure it out.
Yeah.
In a group, or however that works. But Mabel kind of gets an eye into like what the high school life is like, and Wendy is there. We love Wendy.
We do.
And so she asks kind of Wendy what the high school experience is like, because they're not going to high school this coming year, but the next year they'll be going into high school.
And it is accurate.
Ugh, high school registration.
Oh, I'm only a year away from high school myself. Would you say your experience is more rom-com or wacky romp?
More like teen horror movie. High school is the worst.
It's true.
Classes get super hard, your body just flat out turns against you, and worst of all, everybody hates you.
Can't do it! Can't do another year! My hormones are like a sweaty cage!
Why aren't they singing
Memories.
about following their dreams?
Yeah, and yeah, Mabel Yeah, she thinks it's like, oh, is it more like like a rom-com? Is it more like this? And Wendy's basically like, it sucks. And yeah.
I don't know, like, if there's any, like, a good high school movie that, like, depicts high school correctly.
Right.
And, like, I can't think of any.
I'm sure there are. But yeah, I can't think.
Like, one thing would be like, well, Mean Girls shows that everybody's just horrible, but like in a over the hype kind of way.
Yeah.
I think The Breakfast Club kind of does a good job because like everybody like it's just like, oh, we're all just messed up and everybody messes us up. So like, I don't know if they think about like the experience. So
yeah, it's like. Yeah, in some ways, it's just everything in like shows about high school is just like exaggerated.
Yeah.
So it's not like necessarily like totally untrue. It's just a little exaggerated. But that is what Mabel kind of learns here is that no, like high school kind of sucks because everyone kind of hates each other. Like everyone's on edge because like everyone's going through puberty, and like people are just not nice and just not fun.
Yeah.
And we kind of see that when Wendy's name is mispronounced. And then everybody makes fun of
what do they say, like, bear, because their last name's Corduroy?
Yeah.
So what do they say, like, Barrow-Roy?
Borderoy, I think is what they said.
Oh, that's not even that funny.
That's not even that funny, yeah. But at the same time, kids will make fun of you for anything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take a lot.
Remember, guys, high school's the worst.
High school never ends. Whoa.
I just remember, like, I don't think because, like, I didn't love high school, but I think, like, the best times were, like, when I had, like, my little, like, cluster of, like, friends and we were just, like, kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun.
Yeah, no, I have some of my nearest and dearest friends I have from high school. So it's not like...
Yeah.
But it's just the experience kind of sucks. But once you get out of it, you... Like, okay, so, wait, my PSA here is that for the youngins that are maybe watching, 1, how did you find us? 2, high school doesn't matter. I think I found that out. Like
you'll learn some.
No, some of the things that you care about more in high school, like some of the things that you think are going to matter in the future, really don't matter as much as you think they're going to.
Sure, yeah, I'll give you that.
So yeah, so I was having a conversation with some of my like actual high school friends recently about like the things that we thought were going to matter really don't matter at all, and everyone's just doing it on their own. Yeah, that's kind of my PSA of the day. Wow, we should talk about Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. But Mabel gets sad, and then I'm like, Mabel's
super sad by this because she has these expectations of what growing up is going to be like, and the more she learns about the process of growing up, the more she realizes it's less than like what she wants, and it's just more like kind of sucks. So she tries to radio Dipper, to say that they can have the party at the gym, but the future of high school is becoming bleak. But Dipper can't respond because there's interference on his end.
Yeah.
Master Mabel to Dippity Dog, we can have our party at the gym, but we gotta talk about high school. I'm starting to think it might not be the awesome future we were expecting over.
I'm going through a bad patch, Mabel. We'll talk when I get back.
Dipper, come in.
Hey, I know it'll make you feel better. Let's deliver some invites to your friends, huh?
Yeah.
Yay! And then I like how the sign in the high school says no escape on it, which like it feels like that sometimes.
But you do escape after 4 years.
Hopefully after 4 years. Some people take a little longer.
Do decently enough to pass.
Yeah.
So then you can get out.
Yeah, just don't fail everything.
Yeah.
But like you can scrape by the rest of it. It's fine. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So
oh my God, I'm thinking like even like your grades in high school don't even. I mean, they matter to get out and to go to college, which is if you want to go to college, everybody do what they want to do.
Right.
But like because like at one point like nobody cares about grades.
When's the last time somebody asked you what your grades in high school were? On my college application, and that was it.
Yeah.
So when
even college grades.
Right.
Granted, it does depend on like what you want to do in life.
Yeah, we went into a field where it's like
it doesn't matter.
Nobody cares about your academic performance, so we could have failed, and it literally would not have mattered.
Well, I don't know. Our parents paid a lot of money for us to do.
It's true. That's true, and I'm still paying off those loans. So Gravity Falls. We're gonna go back to the not terrible realistic stuff. Ford and Dipper are
That's still kind of real. That's still kind of not realistic, but like
it gets
questionable.
It gets a little real there. So they reach their destination, which is like this hill of Gravity Falls, and we can kind of see these cliffs, which I think are mentioned earlier in the show. Like not like
wasn't the fight at the end of season 1 on that? Yeah.
So this is an area that we've kind of seen. I think it's been in some of the secret messages and everything. But we haven't really talked about directly. So it's these strange-looking cliffs, and Ford is trying to explain them to Dipper. It's kind of it's part of kind of the weirdness of Gravity Falls. So this valley, particularly of Gravity Falls, was created millions of years ago by aliens.
Look at the peculiar shape made by those cliffs. Does it remind you of anything?
Nope. It's like the end of that Indiana Jones movie.
Up.
According to my research, the entire Valley of Gravity Falls was formed when an extraterrestrial object crash-landed here millions of years ago. Did this craft cause the town's strange properties? Or did the town's strange properties attract the craft?
Because the shape that we see, it looks like a flying saucer.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't really see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. I wish I could like turn my computer to show you. But it had like the ball and then like the thing. It's more like think about.
Is it like a metaphor?
No, it's hold on. It's kind of like the.
Even though everybody says like metaphor, I don't even know if. Well, I guess the term is metaphor.
Like think of it more like this shape. Hold on. This is like the old school flying saucers. See, it had like a thing and it comes down like that.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
To me, it looked like a spaceship.
Okay.
as a former connoisseur of all things alien.
But yeah, you haven't seen the X-Files.
I've only seen a few episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to believe. So this I love kind of like the revelation here because Dipper is just absolutely mind blown by the fact that millions of years ago aliens came to Gravity Falls and crashed, and now things are weird.
Which like makes sense. I'm concerned about the alien thing just because like a lot of stuff doesn't seem like alien. Like unless I said like you do it like Marvel and like it can all be explained. So like
we've kind of talked about that in this show before. How this show is like what kind of specific like But this show is a little bit of everything because we have like the high fantasy stuff. We have like the unicorns and the gnomes. We have kind of the hardcore sci-fi stuff. We had like the time travel and like the futurist stuff. And then we have like the paranormal because we have ghosts. So this Gravity Falls
it's like everything.
It's a grab bag of everything.
Yeah.
And this is just another kind of
I was gonna say like right now I'm questioning the aliens, but like I know we still got a couple more parts, so I'm like I'll wait.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make sense later.
Yeah. So this spacecraft is something that Ford is pretty familiar with because he has been down there and to rate its parts to build his whole portal thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so he assures Dipper that all the aliens inside have probably been dead for a million years.
Years? Where do you think I got the materials to build my portal?
Words.
So Dipper Spider-Man.
Working from mouth.
Now come and take this.
Whoa!
Don't worry, I've been down here countless times. All the aliens have been dead for millions of years. Probably.
Great.
And Mabel is Valkyrie.
Probably. So.
Oh wait, is Bill Cipher? No, Bill Cipher's not an alien.
He's from a different dimension. So that's kind of another aspect.
Are you just saying this to me until I find out he's an alien?
No, he's just a dimensional being. I can assure you. I promise. Scouts honor. I don't know what the Scouts honor is.
Girl Scouts?
Girl Scouts. Scouts honor.
Oh, we were just talking about Girl Scout cookies too in my house.
Ooh, I go for a Thin Mint right now.
It's Girl Scout cookies season.
It is Girl Scout cookies season. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, they go inside and start meandering.
Yeah.
McGucket and I used to come down here all the time to raid their tech and
so
study their
Bill
language.
Alien?
This is so cool.
So it's more than...
The substance we need to seal the rift is an alien adhesive, strong enough to keep the hull of a spacecraft together. Just one dollop of this adhesive should be enough to seal a crack in space-time. Also, if it touches you, it will seal up all the orifices in your face, so try to avoid that.
Ew.
Now, use your
Like all your
magnet gun
pores?
and follow me.
You don't worry about pores anymore?
So back with Mabel, who's having just like the worst day. She goes to see Grenda and Candy, where she's going to invite them to their birthday party. But because it's the end of the summer, everyone's trying to get their last, summer things done. So Grenda's actually going to be away. She's going to go see her boyfriend Marius.
He's very clingy,
in
though.
Austria. Apparently, he's very clingy, but he's rich.
Yeah.
That's good. Boom! Me and Dipper's 13th birthday jam.
Oh man, your birthday's on the last day of summer. I'm not gonna be here.
What?
Marius is flying me out to Austria to hang out at his castle or whatever that week. He's so clingy!
You're gonna be out of town for my birthday? But at least you can come, right, Candy?
Sorry, Mabel. My parents send me to music camp this time of year. There is no escape from music camp.
So neither of you are gonna...
And then Candy is going to be at music camp.
Why? But why are you going to camp at the end of the summer?
I don't know.
How long is it? A week?
Probably. But I don't know. Maybe that's when they had.
Or is it you would know this, like when you start band before school?
Oh, like band camp. That's what we call it.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah, yes, we called it. No, yeah, it was like 2 weeks. It was in August we'd have 2 weeks of band
I
camp.
just thought it was a thing where you went to school during at night. At least in my school, I don't know if it's at night, maybe afternoonish, and you did stuff.
Well, it was before the school year started. We had 2 weeks of band camp, which was all day, every day, banding, and then when the school year started, then we had night rehearsals. So
Yeah. Okay.
band. Some schools actually go away for band camp. They'll go to a college or something, stay in dorms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild. We did not do that. We just had to drive over.
But would you rather stay in a dorm for a couple weeks and do band stuff, or would you rather have to come home at the end of the day?
I liked coming home, but my only problem is that my school was it was 15 minutes away, and that's not long, but we had 2-hour breaks for dinner, so by the time we had to get picked up, come back, and go, it was already a half hour out of my 2 hours that we got for the
Why
break.
didn't you just bring dinner with you?
Because you'd literally be outside for 6 hours, so you'd want to come home and shower.
And then go back?
Yeah. Trust me, you needed the shower.
I
needed the shower.
I guess my thing is I'd rather just get, because the point is you're gonna get dirty again.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is just get everything done, get all the dirtiness on you, and then clean it all off.
No, it's you're standing out in the sun for, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours straight, and you're sweating for 8 hours. Isn't
that enough
nasty.
practice though? 8 hours, isn't it 8 hours and then you're done?
No, and then we have dinner and come back for 3 hours.
That seems silly. Why wouldn't you?
Marching band. I don't think they do it. They do it for as long anymore. Now I think I don't think they do. I think they cut out the night practices since we left. I think they probably figured out it was against some kind of Geneva Convention that we weren't allowed.
Gravity Falls.
To do that. Gravity Falls. But Mabel is, she's getting progressively more upset because, first she finds out high school's going to suck. Then she finds out her friends can't make it to her birthday. And it's a big bummer when you find out your friends can't make it to your birthday. I've been there.
My thing would just be that it does suck, but then you should just try to plan something around that, and then so that you can do something with them. That's what I normally would do.
Mm-hmm.
Just hey, they can't come, that kind of sucks, but we'll do something else.
Right.
I probably they need to do something before the summer ends, and then they'll never see each other again till next summer.
It's sad. But then we're gonna go back to Ford and Dipper.
Would have been heavily guarded, but now everything's defunct.
Oh.
Go ahead, flip any switch. They've all been busted for millions of years.
Except that one.
Clara, did you eat my farm?
The glue should be around here somewhere.
Ford and Dipper are kind of meandering through this spaceship. Also, there's a point where they're walking by and there's just a skeleton of an alien.
It's fine.
It's just I want to isolate that, because that gave me flashbacks to Legend of Korra, just having a decayed skeleton just hanging out, and
fine.
being Oh, okay. It's cool as far as like environmental building, but sometimes when you're in a kids show, you're like, it's a dead body.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
weirdest thing you're gonna see in these episodes.
Oh yeah, obviously. Ford he's bonding with Dipper. Ford likes Dipper.
I'd question Ford in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's questionable. So Ford wants to offer Dipper an apprenticeship because Ford's getting, he's getting old. He's getting a little older. He can't kind of do all the things that he used to do. So he wants to be able to train somebody to take his place, and he wants to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
So he kind of offers Dipper kind of apprenticeship. And Dipper is initially unsure because, he would have to be separated from Mabel because Mabel would go back to California, and he would like leave school. And like, what's up with that?
Not really. I mean, beyond graduating high school with a high GPA
right
so I can get accepted to a good technical college with a photography and media production minor to start my own ghost hunting show.
It's like talking to a younger version of myself.
You are him.
I am.
If you're so sure of what you want out of life, why wait? Why put up with the drudgery of school?
Trust me, I'd love to fast forward the whole thing, but it's not like I have a choice.
Dipper, I've been thinking. I'm getting too old to investigate Gravity Falls on my own. I need to train an apprentice to help me fight monsters, solve mysteries, and protect this town.
I mean, I have questions. Like, well, I thought Ford liked school. So, like, why would he want to deprive somebody of their education?
Because, Ford claims that he has 12 PhDs, so I think Ford is also a little full of himself in that he thinks that he could provide a better education than probably the education that he got in 1, New Jersey, and 2, in Backup-S'more University. So I'm sure Ford probably thinks that he can provide a superior education. And Dipper, kind of before Ford offers that, he kind of does say that, he likes the idea of becoming a researcher like Ford, and he has like a whole plan of the things he wants to do, but it's going to take a lot of time, and he kind of wants to, part of him does want to expedite the process, but he's still not sure, if he wants to do that by skipping all that and just staying in Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
But things are occurring because they're able to find the adhesive they need to repair the rift. But as they find it, then they I think they're like alien droids, they're like security droids or whatever, find them, and how it works is that they basically respond to fear. So if you fear that, like, if they sense that you're afraid, they know that you're not supposed to be there, and they will like capture you, whatever.
Uncle Ford, you said everything down here is dead, right?
Yes, unless somehow we reactivated the security system.
Oh.
What do we do?
Listen to me very carefully.
I know exactly
I've studied
what this
these.
is.
They're security droids, and they detect
I
adrenaline.
thought it was a giant
You
spider.
simply have to not feel any fear, and they won't see you.
What?
It's okay.
It's not
I've
like
done it
After
before.
Earth.
Just take a deep breath, focus on your intellect, and control your fear.
Will Smith. So After Earth.
So I hate that you brought that up. I was like, oh man,
Wasn't
I
that?
saw that movie.
Why?
It was free, so like, why not?
I guess.
It was like, do you remember when they used to do like the movies on Friday nights at school
What?
at Millersville? They used to
Oh.
like
Yeah.
So so like they had those movies where like it was like after they were in theaters but before they were on video. So like I used to go to those. One of those was After Earth, and like I wouldn't have paid money for it, but I watched it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good movie.
No. It's fine. Will Smith is doing fine now.
Yeah, well, Will Smith, he didn't have anything to worry about there.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith, well, he's doing his own thing.
He is. Good for him.
Yeah. It pays to have famous parents, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but like a chase scene ensues.
With like with an alien thingy that
With the big alien robots.
and it like encloses them.
Yeah, so it ends up capturing Ford, and Ford is more concerned about Dipper keeping the rift and making sure to repair that because that's more important than him. But Dipper doesn't see it that way.
Because Dipper never sees it that way. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a thing.
Right. So Dipper, tries to save Ford, and it takes some time. So he ends up actually Like, so what happens is once you're captured, they kind of send you to like a random prison location on like a distant planet.
Yeah.
So as this like space pod is about to kind of disembark, Dipper uses it's like this magnet gun to basically mess with it, and eventually it crashes.
Yep.
So, but in a good way.
Everybody gets injured.
Yeah, everybody gets injured, and I'm just like, I know, like Dipper is like one of the protagonists of the show, but I'm always like, please don't injure the boy. He's just a child.
He's almost
Somebody
a teenager.
take care of him. Somebody get him some Neosporin.
Neosporin.
Like, but yeah, Ford gets a little banged up too. Like they both get banged up. You know, Ford. You know, once he comes to, he and also because the other droid also finds them, but Dipper is able to kind of avoid it because he's not afraid.
Yeah.
And he basically tells the thing off. So apparently he earned the respect of the droid. But when Ford comes to, he praises Dipper and says, you know, what other 12-year-old would do something like that? You know, you're meant to be my apprentice, basically. And Dipper, kind of caught up in the moment, says that, you know, he kind of agrees and says that he's going to stay in Gravity Falls. But the thing is,
I'm in no hurry to start that train wreck.
still in
Nobody
middle
likes
school.
getting older. But just
Which
because
still
you've grown
sucks.
up doesn't
Yeah,
mean you have
eighth
to
grade
grow
wasn't
up,
great.
you know? I mean, look at me. I'm pushing 70 and I still eat ice cream for dinner. At least whatever happens after this summer, you'll still have your brother along with you through thick and thin. And everyone can say that, you know?
Aww. Stan is good, maybe.
At least when I go home, I always have
Ford is
Dipper.
questionable.
Good
Yeah.
old, reliable old.
Was there a walkie-talkie on?
The walkie-talkie was on.
Oh no! Did somebody hear it?
I think somebody might have heard it.
Is their name Mabel?
The name was definitely me.
I'll do it. I'm gonna stay.
Excellent.
Why don't you come back
Now,
after
who wants
high
to
school?
save the world? Apprentice?
Maybe. I just had the best day of my life. UFOs are real, and there's one under the
Where'd
tail,
all
and
the
I
balloons
saved
go?
Uncle Ford's life.
Why do we gotta make Mabel sad?
So Mabel, you know, she is already having just like
The
a really
worst.
bad day. She's having such a bad day.
We don't even know if her parents are gonna let her keep Waddles.
Oh. Yeah. That's true. We haven't crossed that bridge yet. But yeah, so but Mabel, you know, she overhears that Dipper's gonna leave, and she was already worried about the future.
Well,
what
Dipper's
the future
gonna
would bring.
stay.
Yeah, Dipper's gonna leave her and stay in Gravity Falls. And you know, this is especially after Mabel, Stan told Mabel like, "Hey, like things kind of suck, but as long as you and your brother have each other, you know."
Well,
things
that's
are
kind of
gonna
like
turn
the
out
thing
okay.
with these two episodes. That like when they're together, they are like a better team and they work better together. Ford.
Yeah, Ford. And it's so interesting because basically, yeah, Ford earlier he says, well, like, don't you feel like strangled by, you know, being, you know, basically attached to somebody like that?
Because that's how he felt.
And then while Stan is like, hey, you're really lucky that you have a good relationship with your brother because you guys are always going to have each other.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting how they both kind of view that relationship.
Yeah.
And it's also very sad.
But that's the
Very
thing. Like,
sad.
like Ford basically like is projecting that like, oh, Dipper feels the same way I do about my sibling, which
Right.
isn't true.
Right.
Like Dipper loves Mabel and like,
yeah.
you know, probably does need to like even if like they fight, it's still kind of like no, but
Yeah. It's
they're,
sad.
They're better as a team.
They are better as a team. And so, yeah, but Dipper returns to the shack, and he's gonna, you know, he's really excited. He wants to kind of tell Mabel everything that happened, but she kind of confronts him and says, you know, is kind of like, hey, why are you gonna stay in Gravity Falls?
You made Mabel cry.
And she was talking about how she was just having the worst day.
And then it's like such a philosophical thing of the summer being a metaphor for like the youngness and happiness, and then the
Right.
school year is like the metaphor of like everything
growing up.
growing up.
Right, that is true. Like summer, like the idea of summer here is that summer is this place where we feel safe, we feel happy, and it's things that we're familiar with.
That's why the
and
movie's
we have
about
each other.
That's why the movies about the summer are the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that one, I can't think of it.
Like High School Musical 2?
Aw, that one's not even that good.
I like that one.
I like it too, but it's like, no, I guess I don't know. I guess, I don't know. It's been a while.
I want fabulous.
Have you watched the new series?
I have not. I've heard good things about it, though, from, like,
Isn't it? It's not about,
internet.
it's about, like, a school doing High School Musical, though.
It's about but it's, like, the same school that High School Musical is set in, but they're doing the High School Musical. I don't get it.
Inception?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right, though, that some, like, especially in this episode, Summer is the metaphor of, like, okay, like, this is the times we're happy and things are good, but we have to face the fact that eventually this will come to an end. We have to move on to the next chapter, and we have to grow up.
Yeah.
So growing up sucks.
I think it'll be fine when we're like 40.
Yeah, we'll look kindly upon these times in the future.
Because like some adult stuff is great. Like technically, we can like stop this, go to the store,
yeah, it's true,
buy ice cream, and eat it.
Yeah, and no one can tell us we can't.
Exactly.
So that's a very good point. You're right there. Yeah, it's true. I think we have money to buy things.
We do.
So like we could just buy whatever.
Yeah.
Nice. Like more ice cream.
I mean, I just bought a new laptop, so.
Oh, word. You need it.
I do.
No,
Mine sucks.
Your laptop is yikes.
It's put me through some hard times.
Yeah. You've had that laptop for a really long time.
No, I've had it since we graduated college.
Oh. Yeah, but
I had the same like version when I was in college, and then then after I graduated, I got like basically the same type of computer. Yeah. But I just added like another terabyte hard drive.
Nice.
So.
Nice. I've had this computer since I graduated high school, so that's very impressive.
But you've also like upgraded a bunch of like new hard drives and stuff.
I got one new hard drive.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
So, but Dipper doesn't. His kind of response to that isn't that like, oh, he was still thinking about it. It's that like, well, we can still, I'll still visit. We can like talk online. Like we can make it work.
Yeah.
And Mabel says she doesn't want to make it work. She just wants things to be, a certain way.
Yeah.
So she gets really upset. And so she takes one. She just grabs her bag and runs into the woods.
Or does she?
Well, she runs into the woods. She definitely runs into the woods and takes a trip to Sweater Town. But while she's there, but she's like looking in her bag and realizes that she actually took Dipper's bag.
Yeah.
Which like that's fine, right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean,
yeah.
The stuff in there is kind of boring.
Yeah, there's nothing super interesting in there.
No, it's fine.
And while Mabel is kind of just having a moment to herself, she gets a visit from an old friend.
It's not fair. I just wish summer could last forever.
Oh, Sweater Town.
That might be possible.
Sweater Town is not accepting incoming calls right now.
Mabel, it's me.
What? Who said that?
I can help.
What?
The time travel guy.
I'm concerned.
What are you doing here?
You said you don't want summer to end, right?
Why is Blar here?
Yeah.
Is it Blar?
Why are you asking?
It's Blar.
It's Blar.
You know, if there was any character I wasn't expecting,
yeah,
it was Blar.
Yeah, weirdly the one person we weren't expecting, or as you may know him, Blandon from the year 2012.
Like the time travel stuff, like I assume like within the next couple episodes, like maybe it'll make more sense, but like literally within the show, like the one thing that kind of felt like outside of it was the time travel stuff.
Oh yeah.
Of just like and why not? We're bored.
Right.
Time travel.
But does it still feel as like outside of the show now that we know that like aliens are a thing, or does it still feel pretty like different?
I mean, I guess it's like everything else. Like it felt like either like I guess like for me the show felt like there was some sci-fi stuff, but it kind of felt like they were focusing on like fantasy and paranormal than like sci-fi. So that's why like the time travel always kind of felt odd to me.
Right.
So I'm just I thought, and like I always assumed as a thing of like, oh, we're never gonna really deal with this again, and then we did. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Right.
But anyway, Blandon
shows up.
Or does he?
So of course, we have no reason to believe it's not Blandon. Right? Right?
From your uncle. Something small. He won't even know it's missing.
No.
Huh. Maybe
Oh no, it's in the back.
like
Oh
a nerd bag. Huh. That's odd. Is this it?
Yes, that's it. Just hand it over and I'll do my thing.
No,
Unless you're
Mabel,
ready to
don't.
leave
That's not
Gravity
Blar
Falls.
Blar.
Just a little more.
That's
summer.
not Blar. That's not Blar Blar.
Oops.
Oh.
says that because they did him a favor, he's going to offer her a favor and say that he can create a time bubble to basically make the summer last as long as Mabel wants it to.
I have a question.
Yes.
So Blendon was in the future.
Yes.
So then Bill went to the future and then possessed him and then sent him back. Yes? To the present. Because he wasn't in the present. Blendon was not in the present.
He could have, just happenstancely been in the present, but he may have just been in the future, gotten possessed by Bill, and then brought back. Yeah, that's possible.
All right.
They're both possible. I don't think we know specifically. But, yeah, so, all he needs is this little gizmo from the uncle. And it is, of course, the interdimensional rift.
Yep.
Which happens to be in Dipper's bag. And so Mabel, of course, she doesn't really see the harm in it. So she kind of takes it and just kind of oh, this thing?
Yep.
Sure. And Blendon takes it and smashes it.
And then they go into the time-stopping bubble, and everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
The end.
The end. That was great. That was a great episode. But that is not the case. Because Blendon starts laughing, and we realize that's not Blendon. Bill.
What a twist.
It's Bill Cipher.
What a twist.
Surprise.
Was it?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
It's a surprise to Mabel, though.
Oh, no. And then, like we said, smash, and then other stuff.
Yeah, and so Mabel's knocked unconscious, and then
put into a bubble.
Yeah. So
wait.
Yeah.
Is she in the time bubble? So is she dreaming that everything's happy, and is asleep?
It might be. We don't know because it's some kind of prison. So is it
No, I know, but I'm wondering is she in a prison in her mind, like the Matrix?
Like the Matrix.
Like that one, the only reference to that kind of thing that we can think of.
Right. And she hasn't been red pilled yet. So Mabel's kind of put in some kind of prison. She's put in some shooting star kind of thing.
Yes.
You kind of see that imagery again. And then this big old cross opens up in the sky as Bill's going off on a very his own kind of villain soliloquy. Because he's not above that. He's not above going on because he's been planning this for a very, 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 very long time.
Like a good bajillion years.
Apparently, just a long time.
Or a bunch of schmelbledy years.
A bunch of schmelbledy, exactly. So yeah, and basically, Weird Mageddon has begun.
What's going on? What is that?
Weird Mageddon.
We're too late. It's the end of the world.
This is when I found out that Cailin put some peyote into my coffee.
Yay.
Yay.
It was fun. It was fine.
Everything's fine.
So yeah, this huge kind of gateway opens, and then the end credit scene is the.
It's the one after, not what he seemed. It's very somber.
Right. There's a couple during I love it during the big or something really big and important happens, and then it's just this moment of reflection where not a lot is happening, but it's just kind of we see the invitation on the ground is kind of ruffling in the breeze, and we just hear these sounds of destruction and screaming. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
So what a way to set the mood for just the stakes that have just been raised, and kind of give us an idea of how weird things are about to get.
And boy, do they.
And so that was this episode. Dara, what do you think?
It happened.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Just okay.
Yeah. It got some. It was I think it was definitely a good prelude to when the shit hits the fan.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this. So before Bill wasn't corporeal, so
right.
that means it's probably hard to kill him. But now he is corporeal.
Mm-hmm.
So can't you kill him?
But he's still kind of an interdimensional demon.
My brain kind of hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now because we already watched Weirdmageddon Part 1, and
Yeah.
there's only 2 more episodes, so, like, I don't know when them's longer.
Yeah.
I guess, like, now my big concern is that, like, I'm not going to get a lot of stuff that I'm questioning answered.
Right.
So, like, I'm concerned about that, like, for right now, and, like, hopefully I'm going to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, you said to me, like, because I asked you, like, because I knew it was only going to 2 seasons, like, how much is answered, and you said, like, majority.
Yeah, like the big stuff.
Yeah.
The big stuff, but there might be some little stuff that you're still looking for.
Are they in the comics that I'm probably not going to read?
Might be, because I also have not read some of the comics. Don't at me.
I'm really bad at reading comics.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I've got some at my house. I'm really bad at reading them.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Guys, Patreon and I'll read comic books.
That's our next thing. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like what the big things we talk about being very distrustful of Ford after this. Just how we're like not distrustful. That I don't think
I keep thinking
don't think
like
he's not like a bad guy, but he's definitely like
his like standards and like
yeah
philosophy is incorrect.
Right, like kind of where he's at is definitely like he needs kind of a lot of growth there.
Yeah, he's very like full of himself and kind of thinks that like everybody thinks the way he does.
Yeah.
Or is like I don't know, like if he ever. It sounds like at one point like he did care about people, like when he was younger, and then probably just because of like life happening to him, he kind of stopped. Which like fair.
Yeah.
But like
he is kind of like a little self-absorbed, and also he's just I don't think he like understands like I think it's good that he respects like Dipper and Mabel. To the point where like he does take them seriously, which is good. I think you should take kids seriously, but also like I think he treats them like sometimes more adult than they should. Where he's like, yeah, like he throws all this responsibility on Dipper, and like Dipper is very capable, but at the same time, you're like,
he's 12.
He's a kid. He's 12. He's almost 13, but he's still a kid.
13 might actually be worse.
Yeah, right.
Because like. Then everything changes.
It's true. So, and I think Stan has always been the one who like, sometimes his flaws, sometimes he doesn't maybe trust the kids as much, but he's still very protective of the kids. So they have like one is kind of one and one's kind of the other.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting.
I kind of wonder like how we got that way. I'm assuming 10 years in like a different dimension.
Yeah, a 30.
Oh, 30, right.
Yeah. So yeah,
that might have messed with the brain a bit.
Well, just like messed with
fine.
Like his expectations or like his kind of like understanding of like how things work, in like the quote unquote normal dimension.
Yeah, and like I'm kind of wondering like if what his thing with Bill Cipher is like. I know like they explained it a bit, but like I just think there's more.
Okay.
And I'm like, I guess I'm concerned like there isn't more, and I'm like. Wondering if I'm gonna be disappointed or not.
Okay, yeah.
That's like my biggest concern of like, it's like everything that they reveal like gonna be disappointed because they were like aliens, and I'm like, all right,
aliens.
It's fine.
It's fine.
If you can explain the aliens more,
right?
Great. But like right now, I'm a tad concerned. But like, hopefully everything's fine.
Hopefully, yeah, it's all fine.
Do you have trivia?
I do have some trivia. Ooh. Thank you for asking. So let's see. Let's read the trivia here. It is revealed that the entire Valley of Gravity Falls was formed when an extraterrestrial object crash landed there millions of years ago.
Buy gold, buy.
Buy gold, buy. So the number 816 is written on Ford's Weirdmageddon board. A scene where Mabel waves goodbye to Stan after their talk was cut from the episode's final production. Interesting. Mabel thinks high school is a place where students sing about following their dreams, like some sort of musical, and learned that through watching TV. This is a reference to High School Musical. Yes. Thank you. Sometimes you have to put it.
Oh man, I thought it was a reference to Hairspray.
Yeah. When the townspeople are looking up at the rift in the sky, both Lazy Susan's eyelids are open, suggesting that either this is an animation error or Lazy Susan can open both her eyelids when she is extremely surprised or in awe. Interesting.
Maybe.
Let's get some cryptograms up in here. So there were a lot of symbols in the UFO. I'm not sure if you noticed they were in the background. So just some of them translated to probability drive engine, probatorium, blurg, bloth, and beyond. it's where they get their blenders.
And
God,
that place is really expensive.
Use
though.
Thetans half price. And in brown writing it says, specimen has escaped, is changing forms. So does that mean the shapeshifter is an alien? But, like, even more alien than the aliens?
So he is an alien.
Yes. But even more alien than the other aliens. So an alien.
No, but technically everything's like, if we go to another planet, then we're aliens.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
He's but he's just an alien, not from another planet, but another dimension. My brain hurts.
Along one of the pipes in the UFO, a cipher says, Betty and Barney were here.
Oh, right. Aren't those? That's a real thing, right?
Oh, that's the
pig.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know anything about it. I just know like they either were abducted by aliens, or if you're like not a believer, then like they claim that they were abducted by aliens.
Barney and Betty Hill. Wow, good catch. Because I knew the story, but I didn't know their names.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very
Thank you,
famous,
last podcast on the left.
Very famous. From 1961. That's when that.
You believe in aliens, right?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like, well, because it's like you believe in aliens. So I don't believe like everything was caused by aliens. I don't think the pyramids were built by the aliens.
No.
But like, is there extraterrestrial life out there?
Yeah.
I'm on a yes.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yes. Have there been UFOs on Earth? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some like very difficult.
I think like there's some stuff that
evidence.
that like we haven't been able to explain yet, but I'm not one of those like there's nothing out there.
Right.
I'm like there's probably something. I don't really know what.
Yeah. Which is like
I'm
fair.
hoping the doctor.
And then the cryptogram, kind of that end slate thing reads, the prophecies seem far away, but finally we reach the day. Give up the past, embrace the strange. Everything you care about will change.
So the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Don't read the comments.
And then the cryptogram in the episode's credits reads, "Did you miss me?"
I did.
We did. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? Oh my god. Oh, never mind.
What?
No, I was thinking of like that line sounded familiar, but I was thinking of Sherlock, and you haven't seen that.
Oh.
So doesn't matter. Anyway.
Irrelevant.
It is.
So any other episodes before thoughts before any other episodes? Yeah, 3 of them. We're gonna talk about them.
We're gonna have 1 right now because I still don't know how the show ends.
We still don't know how the show ends.
By the time this episode comes out, I will know how the show ends, so you can spoil the hell out of it.
Yeah, so it's fine. So yeah, from now on in the comments, spoil as much as you want.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
So, but any other thoughts before we close this out? Go to the next one.
No, can we just go to the next one already?
We're just gonna go to the next one. So stay tuned. This is fine.
It's fine, right?
That's fine.
It's fine? It's fine, right?